Hello everyone. In this problem, LeetCode 2640, find the score of all prefixes of an array. The question states that we are given with an array nums. Now we need to convert these nums such a way that we are creating an array named convert of I is equal to where convert of I is equal to array of I plus maximum of array is 0 to I. That means where the maximum of array of 0 to I is the maximum value of array of j over 0 where j is from 0 to I in the middle or equal to 0 or I. So we also define score where score of the array as the sum of the values of the conversion array of this array. So the question will be quite confusing, but the solution, if we eventually think about it, it will be most probably an easy one. Wait, we are given with an example 2, 3, 7, 5, 10 and given an answer 4, 10, 24, 36, 56. Now if you see array of I plus maximum of array 0 to I, that means maximum from the previous elements. So what will be the maximum for this element? That means what will be the previous elements of this array, which is maximum, the maximum element which is from this. That means 2 is the maximum element, as it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are indices. 2 is the maximum. As I said, array of I plus maximum of array of I is the convert of I. So 2 plus what is the maximum element? That is 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4. So we got 4. And then we got 3 here. When we get to 3, what is the maximum element up to this index? Not 2. From these 2 we get 3 as the maximum element. If you consider this, you will get the answer eventually up to now. So 3 is the maximum up to now. Now as 3 is the maximum, we add 3 plus 3. But why is it 10 here? Why is it 10? So to understand that we need to know what is presum is. A presum is the which is known as prefixSum 4 and 10. If you see, we have a 14 here. We'll know how it will be working, but we are adding a prefixSum to this. So if we add prefixSum, what is the prefixSum up to now? It is 4. Now 3 plus 3 plus 4, it is 10. Now convert of I is 10. Now get to this 2, 3, 7. First get to 7 plus what is the maximum element from these 3 elements up to these 3 elements? It is 7 again. And now tell me, what is the prefixSum? That will be 10. 10 is our prefixum, so add it to the convert of 5. Now we will get 7 plus 7 14 plus 10 24. This is the convert of I. We will push back into the array, returning array. I am naming it as convert, and then we are given with nums. Now take another one. 5. As I said, need to add 5 and then check what is the maximum up to now. Up to these elements we have a maximum of 7. That means till now we are considering two things. One is maximum element up to now, and the second thing is prefixSum. So we initialize maxi and a prefixSum as two integer variables. So we need to we work out again on that. So 7 is the maximum element up to now, so add it. And then what is the prefixSum up to now? 24. So 24 plus 5, 29 plus 7, 36. We need to push back into our convert array, 36, and then we get to 10. We need to consider all these elements and find maximum, and then see, we need to add 10, and then what is the maximum up to all this? Up to now it is 7, but when we get to 5 we don't change it, but when we get to 10 we change it, the maximum element, to 10. Now what is the prefixSum up to now? It is 36. If you want to know the prefixSum, you can also refer to the previous convert of I. If it is I, you need to consider I minus 1 as the prefixSum up to now, and then 20 plus 36 will be 56. We will be pushing back to the convert of I. It is how we do that, but we need to initialize maxi is equal to, I am initializing it as integer minimum element, and n is equal to nums dot size, which is size of the given array, and then we are creating convert array, and then we need to run a loop, iterate from I is equal to 0 to n, and we are creating a temporary convert element. That means the present element which we need to push back into the convert array. This array convert element will be nums of I. As I told you, every time we are adding the present element, every time. So this will you will understand that why we are initializing it with nums of I, as we are adding that to the convert element. That means we need to initialize it with nums of I, and then nums of I, and then maximum element up to now will not be int min anymore. Int min is the least integer value. Maximum element up to now will be maximum of maximum element, the maximum element up to now, and then check this whether the nums of I is greater than the maxi. Then the maxi will be changed to nums of I. If you want to make it clear, it will be or. If nums of I, if the present element is greater than the maximum element up to now, then we will change maximum element to nums of I, as we did it here. 2. Int min is the least integer value. It will be -2 1 4 7 8 3 4 5 7 like that. So 2 is already greater than the int min, so we are changing it. And 3, as up to now 2 is the maximum element, but when we get to 3 we need to change it. So 3 is the maximum element, we need to change it. And then we get to 7, we need to change again, as 7 is greater than the maximum element. And then when we get to 5, as the maximum element before is 7, we don't need to change. And then when we get to 10, the maximum element up to now is 7. Now 10 is the maximum element. So now you can write this or this here, and then we add, as we added the maximum element every time for the convert element, we do the same here. Conversion element plus is equal to maximum element. As they mentioned, what is the maximum up to now? We need to add that to our convert element. That means element which we need to push back into the conversion array. And then after we added it, we need to check, are we missing anything? Yes, it is prefixSum. Up to now, when we iterated from 0, as we iterated from 0, it will be initially a 0. See at this thing, 2 is the prefixSum. Before that, 0 is the prefixSum. When we get to 2 is the prefixSum. And then the prefixSum will be the conversion elements eventually. Now prefixSum will be not considered the nums. 4 will be considered. That means conversion elements will be considered. Now 4 is the prefixSum. And then when we get to 10, this will help us. That means prefixSum we are adding every time we are adding this prefixSum. So as we added it, we get 10, and then this 10 will be our prefixSum for this element. We will understand it. PrefixSum plus is equal to conversion element. And then now the last step which we need to do here is to push back the prefixSum up to now. That means here we are making 10 as our prefixSum, and we need to push back that into our conversion element. So here we stop the loop, and then we return our converse array. This is how we solve this problem. Thank you.